What's up, guys? In this episode of Tools to Know, we're going to talk about seasonal eating. Seasonal eating is pretty much the concept of you having certain dietary habits, patterns, and choices depending on the season of the year, whether it's winter, summer, spring, or fall. I came to this notice. I I came to this notion not by research, not by 100% listening to somebody in the health field that proposed that notion or that showed the benefits of it, but it was just a uh, natural disposition that I had one day. One day I woke up, it was pretty cold. Mozambique is usually 12 months hot, but this day I woke up, it was pretty cold, and I went to the fridge and I was like, I don't feel like eating. This is weird. Usually I wake up, I'm ready to eat everything and anything. I woke up that day, I wasn't feeling like eating. I was like, I don't feel like eating. But if I aim to eat, I'm just gonna eat some meat and some protein. I don't want no carbs. And then it hit on me like, bruh, this is winter season, and I'm thinking of not eating, just eating protein and not carbs. Winter season, it would have been if it continues to be consistently cold, but here, as I said, it's 12 months hot. So I had a concept like, yo, on the days that it's hot and etc., I'm eating a lot of carbs, good carbs, but a lot of carbs and shit. And then today that it's cold, I'm like, no, I have zero tolerance for any carbs today. I just want my protein and my meat. And if you go back to the pre-Paleolithic or whatever the fuck you call it, the era back of our ancestors, back before we were even Homo sapiens and all that, when we were just hunting gatherers, scavenging for the foods and stuff. During winter time is the time of famine, the time that we don't have food and we're just burning our body's fats. You know, we can't hunt, the animals not there. We can't get in those extreme conditions and etc. And our food is minimal and all that, so we're not eating as much and we're burning our body's fats. So that day that I was like, yo, it's quite cold, maybe it's winter, I don't feel like eating any carbs, so you feel like proteins. That would then induce my body to burn the fats and I would have no carbs. And in the summer, our hunters and gatherers, they get like a lot of plants are flourishing. You're getting a lot of foods from the earth, and the animals are plentiful, and we can go hunting for long times of the day and shit like that, and we get plenty of food, and you're just piling up for the winter time for us to have all of that fat, for winter time for us to burn that fat. That's why on the hot summer days, I'm like, yo, let me just eat everything, you know. So as you see that relation between how our hunters and gatherers ancestors used to eat and consume food, you can see the correlation between back those days and how I felt about in that specific occasion, because we're not that far from them, and our genes are still programmed to the same patterns and stuff. We have some patterns depending on the seasons. And I think that this is very good because many times we argue about diets. Like, oh, the carnivore diet, no, the vegetarian diet, the vegan diet, the keto diet, the paleo diet. But what if we just use all of them depending on the season? As I always talk on Tools to Know, these are tools for us to use depending on when it is, what it is, how it is that you want, what, and your body specifically is all. There are a whole bunch of variables. For us to just say I'm just keto all the time, that's it, or I'm just plant based, is a little too extreme. And extremes don't. When it comes to health and longevity, you gotta have a little bit of everything, I believe. And having the seasonal eating, maybe during winter you go to a carnivore diet, and then as it approaches to summer, you go more plant-based. Maybe you have a 2-week period of just vegetarian, and then maybe you go 2 months keto, and then you vary. You know, you time it and you vary depending on the circumstances of your needs, of how your body is responding, what you're trying to achieve, how you want to feel, and all that. And there's no need to make this longer. It was a pleasure bringing this to you. And again, remember, these are just tools. Use them as tools, and I'll see you next time. Peace. Bye.